Yo, what is up guys? It is CRPHD back with another video. Picking up that camera for the first time can feel intimidating. I've been there.
What is up guys, it is CRPHD Unboxings back with another video.
As you can see, I still have the plastic wrapped around it because I want to keep it brand new.
A hard drive.
Hi guys, this is my setup tour.
Enough of that though, the cringe is starting to hurt. And while I've definitely made huge strides since those videos back in the day, I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, and neither is your favorite content creator. We've all made mistakes, but clever editing, unlimited retakes, and a lot of time talking to an inanimate object definitely does a nice job hiding them. But how do you get past that cringe barrier of just feeling uncomfortable talking to a camera, breaking into your camera if you will, like the new pair of shoes? For some people, it's obviously just gonna come a little bit more naturally, but for others, and I'm sure you haven't heard this word before, practice. And yes, practice does make almost perfect, but what are some things that you could actually be doing to not make your first videos be considered cruel and unusual punishment whenever looking back at them a few years from now? Well, in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I've learned and implemented making content for over half a decade now on this platform to help you feel more confident on camera. Let's jump into it. So for starters, what is one thing that sets confident creators apart from others? And I'll give you a hint, it starts well before you hit the record button. It's having some type of outline for how you would like your video to flow. And I know this just only sounds like an extra step in the production process that just takes up more time, but realistically it could not only save you time just whenever recording your video, but it could also save you time within the edit as well, making cuts between different clips much more easier since you're not rambling on about a whole bunch of other stuff. Just getting into the groove of putting your ideas down and coming up with some solid talking points will do wonders for your development and will help you come up with some great ideas in the future. If you want to see what winging a first video looks like, you can check out my first 20 videos. I don't recommend it, but yeah, don't actually, just take my word for it. I personally just use like the notes app on my iPhone just to like kind of jot down all of my ideas and talking points. And then that way it's literally synced across all my Apple devices and I can just pick up exactly where I left off on any device. And like, for example, I have my whole outline script just pulled up on this monitor and it works great. Pro tip, in addition to that, I also implement running my talking points through ChatGPT just to see if there's any other suggestions that it might spit out that I can make my overall talking points better. I recommend for your first video to try elaborating on a product, topic, whatever it may be, just something that you know very, very well. And if possible, to try and take a unique spin or approach to it so that way it'll help you stand out. And I'm not saying by any means that it has to be like a full out script, especially whenever starting off, but at least some very well thought out talking points will make a big difference whenever starting off. Because it's really obvious whenever someone just hops in front of a camera with no clear direction about how they want their video to go. And that's usually how a lot of people's first videos go. So take it for what it's worth. So the next thing that I want to jump into is body language. In addition to the words that you're speaking, body language is just as important, if not more. And I feel like this one almost goes hand in hand with literally making those talking points that we discussed earlier, because now your brain doesn't have to work twice as hard with trying to come up with stuff on the fly. And then that also means you're less likely to be looking around left, right, up, down, like you're waiting for a bus, plane, or train. You can just focus and follow the outline. Your audience picks up on subtle clues more than you might think, and being able to convey confidence through body language is a great way to build trust and to keep viewers engaged. Sit up straight, keep your eye contact with the center of the lens, not the camera's little flip out display, wherever it may be, because it gets really obvious when you're not looking at the center of the lens. And don't shy away from using your hands to convey emotion whenever telling your story, showing a product, or whatever it is that it may be. It's supposed to feel natural once again. I know it's very common for people to do like some unconscious tapping or rotating in their chair whenever they're nervous or first, talking to their camera. I've done all of that. What I've actually done in more recent times, at least, is keep this fidget spinner next to my desk or on my desk just to fidget with in between takes. So to each their own, it's really helped me out, but you kind of got to study yourself a little bit. But really at the end of the day, the most generic but also true statement that is told when it comes to talking to a camera is talk to it like it's your friend. And finally, the last thing that I wanted to talk about energy and how it translates on camera, at least. So in the most simplified form, about 100% of your energy translates to about 50% through video regarding your camera presence. And I don't know why it is the way it is, but I feel like you can really only see it, and it only does justice reviewing 2 takes or 2 clips side by side. That means you need really 150% energy to translate through video to get 100%, which is basically the ballpark you want to be in, so where it comes across the most natural. It's really a balancing act that you got to go for, because you don't want it to come off super over the top, but you also don't want to come off uninteresting as well. Because if you think about it, if you come off uninterested in what you're talking about, I can almost guarantee you the person on the other side of the screen isn't going to care as well either. The best way to strike that balance, at least in my opinion, is once you feel like you're doing a bit too much, you're probably right where you need to be. It's very important to never play a character, though. The key is to always be yourself, to be authentic, and to be passionate for what you're talking about. Envision yourself, talking with a group of family or friends, having a good time, enjoying the conversation. That's the version of yourself that you need to be whenever addressing the camera. Now, I absolutely understand that this is much more easier said than done, and I am by no stretch of the imagination trying to play this off as like an easy thing to do, because like a wise president once said, nothing worth having comes easy. I think his name was Theodore Roosevelt. In this case, though, the worth having is the knowledge of knowing how to prepare, and as well as the confidence and comfortability that you gain as a result that will carry you on camera, and I'm more than positive in other fields as well. Mastering camera presence doesn't happen overnight. It's a process filled with lots of trial and error, countless retakes, and moments that will definitely make you look back and cringe. But remember, every great content creator that you've ever looked up to has been in your shoes before. Awkward first takes, uncertainty, and all. We all go through it. But with these tips and all the other information that I'm sure you've already gathered if you're watching a video like this, I'm more than positive you already have a leg up against the rest of the competition starting out. So keep creating. Can't wait to see your first videos. And be sure and leave a comment down below if this video was helpful. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure and like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And stay tuned because the next video is right around the corner. Peace.